Hello, I'm John Coleman from ApocatastasisInstitute for the Humanities and Alternative College and High School here on New Milford, Connecticut, USA. The purpose of this broadcast is to enjoy W.H. Auden's poem for the time being. We probably remember Auden from our high school days and from the poem September 1st, 1939. This poem for the time being was published in 1944. And it is actually a section of the poem, and you'll see different parts of it spliced up, all going under the heading for the time being, but it's a larger poem. In any case, we deal with the section focused on Holy Advent, this time of preparation before Christmas. Christmas only begins on the 25th of December, does not end that day. So here we are, and we will enjoy the poem, but not before one advertisement. And that concerns ApocatastasisInstitute. Do you know about the project? The project is our unified humanities curricula, and this is one of a number of ways that we are unique in the proper sense of that word, without competitor or without imitation. The project is something you will find nowhere else, and that is the symphonic presentation of all Western history from the caveman days until today, using the disciplines of history, literature, philosophy, art, and so forth, all in a unified fashion. We just published our second provisional volume, and volume 1 and 2 can be freely downloaded. Now, volume 1 contains our monthly cycle of poetry. So the full project takes about a year, although if you study with us formally, it takes 3 years because we dive much, much deeper. But the general approach for most people is going to be a yearly perpetual reading of different selections. And as part of that, we have a monthly cursus, so a single month-long rinse and repeat selection of 250 poems. And a great way to find out about the project is simply to download these files and to get reading, and you can develop your love of the Western humanities from there. With that being said, let us now enjoy W.H. Auden's For the Time Being. Our poet is on the right of the screen here. Alone, alone about a dreadful wood of conscious evil runs a lost mankind, dreading to find its father, lest it find the goodness it has dreaded is not good. Alone, alone about our dreadful wood. Where is that law for which we broke our own? Where now that justice for which flesh resigned her hereditary right to passion, mind, his will to absolute power? Gone, gone. Where is that law for which we broke our own? The pilgrim way has led to the abyss. Was it to meet such grinning evidence we left our richly odored ignorance? Was this the triumph answer to be this? The pilgrim way has led to the abyss. We who must die demand a miracle. How could the eternal do a temporal act? The infinite becomes a finite fact. Nothing can save us that is possible. We who must die demand a miracle. To autem Domine miserere nobis. Thus is a selection from W.H. Auden's poem, 1944, For the Time Being. Thank you so much for joining me this week, for enjoying our common poetical heritage as we plod along this Advent towards Christmas. Valete.